So today I'm going to talk to you about what it's like getting pre-approved with my team. Now, the reason I say with my team is because every lender is different with how they pre-approve you. So I'm going to walk you guys through my process because one of the things I hear a lot from first-time homebuyers is, well, are you sure I need to do this? Why are you asking for this? It's just a pre-approval. This other lender gave me this and they didn't ask for all this. So I'm gonna walk you through what it's like. I just whacked my mic, sorry about that. What it's like to work with myself and my team so that you guys understand what we do and why we're doing what we do. Because I swear there is a big why. And you guys know, if you've watched any of my videos, I care about your money like it was my own. I love Mr. Wonderful in the Shark Tank because he's always talking about how you need to protect your money. It's a baby. Like, why would I let my money go die in an alley? I feel the same way. So the pre-approval process with myself and my team. Okay, so first of all, yes, I do have a team. I would be a total faker if I pretended like I do everything by myself. It is impossible. It is impossible. And it's because of the steps that we're taking. So on my front end, basically, let's say you talk to me, right? You book a time in my calendar, you're gonna talk to me or Alyssa, maybe Sam, but it's usually me or Alyssa. We're the ones on the phones just talking to people about life and situations because it's our favorite thing. That's what I love. So we have a good conversation and I say, yeah, fill out the online app, reply to all of us, on the email once you do. So you fill out the online app, you reply to the email that you filled out the online app to myself, and generally it's gonna be Alyssa. The reason I want that is because I'm tracking this stuff. I have a huge spreadsheet that says, okay, what day did the app come in? What's happened with it? Et cetera, et cetera. And also, I've got to tell you guys, with tech, and it doesn't matter what lender you talk to, tech is not perfect. It's not. So I would say 1 out of 20 apps gets stuck in, the world between getting to me and sitting there. It's all filled out, it's all safe, it's all secure. It's just for some reason that step that pushed it to me didn't happen. And that's why I'm always please reply to all. I want Alyssa tracking this. Alyssa tracks everything. So you fill out the app, you tell us, we put you on the sheet, okay? What happens next? Well, depending on the state that you're in, either Samantha or Jen is gonna do an initial comb through of your application. And so Samantha and Jen are both licensed sales assistants. Their whole job is to make sure, help put the puzzle pieces together so that once it gets to me, I'm looking at a full picture. Because if I was sitting there going, oh, hey, yeah, can you get me this, 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 and this? I would never be able to film these videos, teach you guys anything, or, take care of as many clients as we do. We are a team, and our goal is to help as many people as possible and to get you guys great rates and great service. So we get the application, Jen or Sam goes through it, they reach out to you, they ask questions, right? They ask a lot of questions, and that's our job. That is what we're always trying to do. The reason why we ask so many questions is because my biggest fear is issuing you a pre-approval letter and then you not qualifying. That is my nightmare. It's your nightmare too, because you will have wasted time, money, energy. It leads to heartache and it can lead to lost money. If a lender gives you a pre-approval and you're not really actually pre-approved, you could end up spending money on an appraisal, inspections, thousands of dollars, only for the lender, once it comes through underwriting, to be like, oh yeah, shoot, should have asked you that question. And are we bulletproof? No, but we try to be as bulletproof as possible. And that's why we ask so many questions. We also do request documents. Yep. Especially and sometimes people are like, well, I'm in the military. Why do you want it? Well, I want your LES because I want to be able to break apart your pay, because there's different things I can do with your pay based on the type. If you are not in the military and you work 40 hours a week, I need to go through your W-2s, pay stubs. I want to verify all of that, because the one thing I can say is that being in this business so long, you get burnt. You get burnt by certain files, and you remember to never have that happen again. Early on, I would have people say, yeah, I work 40 hours a week. And I'd be like, cool, let me write that down. I verify it now, because everyone forgets, oh yeah, you know what? I actually worked 26 last week because I wasn't feeling it. That does not work with an underwriter. If I say you work 40 hours a week and your employer says you work 40 hours a week, but your pay stub says 26 hours, guess what? I'm doing a 2-year average. So what I'm looking for is I'm always looking for minefields, right? I am looking for bombs. I am looking for problems. And that's what Jen and Sam are doing too. So they reach out, they have a quick conversation, they request documents. Once all those documents are in, myself or Ardith. So Ardith is a new addition to our team, but she has been in the industry for 35 years, doing exactly what I do. However, at this point, you know, she's semi-retired. She doesn't want to do the originating. She loves files. When I was new in the business, I would go to her with guideline questions because if there's anyone that knows guidelines, it's Ardith. Yeah. So she goes through these files looking for potential problems as well. And then the final piece is me reviewing it. And sometimes people are like, well, it's been a week. Well, yeah. When did you get us your documents? I try to review files as promptly as possible. However, if it's a file that's looking like it has, you know, potential issues, everyone's trying to collect as much data as possible so that when I go through it and I have my conversation with you, it's 100% accurate. Because the last thing I want to do is talk to you and be like, oh, yeah. Oh, wait, we missed this. Oh, shoot. Can you tell me about, because it's horrible. Okay. Now, why are we doing all this? Go back to the money, guys. I want the pre-approval you get from us to be worth something. And that's important as well because my allergies are out of control this year. Because a listing agent, right, is going to ask me, hey, have you seen income? Have you seen assets? How far along are you with this file? And my answers to that can determine whether or not you get your offer accepted. Yeah, seriously. So if you're like, oh, well, this other lender didn't require that, cool. The other lender doesn't really care about you. They don't. I'm sorry. If they're not willing, and that's the thing, and people are like, oh, that's harsh. It's not. So for just the process of you filling out your online app to me getting the file is generally about 3 hours of work, okay? That's my team spending 3 hours of work. That's myself and the company that I work for, a guaranteed rate, paying my team to work on your file. We are not charging you anything for that, okay? You know, at closing, if you're conventional, yes, we have our lender fee of $1,290. VA, no. But the key is we are putting a lot of work up front because we want to be accurate. We want you to have the biggest chance of success with that listing agent. And I don't want to blow up your money. I don't want to blow up your dreams. I want everything to be as accurate as possible. So that is how I do a pre-approval. There's lots of lenders that do it different ways, you know, and the online systems especially will issue you pre-approvals without people looking at it. Ours does it too. I hate it when it happens because I'll get a call like 4 months later and it'll be like, oh, Bob Joe's in contract. And I'm like, what? And it's because the computer gave them an online approval. So I want you guys to understand, if you're getting an online approval, it means nothing, because computers are going off the data you enter. The information, like just if I looked at my book of business, how much of the information entered is accurate, it is less than 10%. Yeah, because you guys don't know guidelines, right? You're not supposed to, that's my job. But I know that, like, for instance, with commission, I need a 2-year history. Whereas most people are like, oh, I started making commission, I made 10 grand this month, I'm gonna put 10 grand. No, you don't have a 2-year history. I'm not gonna count it. The computer though will issue you a pre-approval based off of that because it will think that you really make that. So computer pre-approvals are garbage. I'm summing up. Make sure the lender that you're working with is actually pre-approving you. If they're not asking for documents, if they're not having an in-depth conversation with you, if they're not gently annoying, which is how I would describe my team, gently annoying, then they're really not putting in the effort. One more note. So I do have it where, like, basically once the app comes in, we reach out a couple times. If you're not responding, you go to a list of ghosts. Right? We're not going to keep on chasing you forever. Any good lender is not going to chase you forever. It's not our job. So if you fill out an application in November and you never respond to us, and then you want to go shopping December 23rd, right? And you call me December 22nd, That night with all the answers, I am not doing a pre-approval in an hour for you. I am not. No. And that's the thing, is we respect our clients and we hope they respect us and our time and our process. So if you want a real pre-approval, fill out my online application. If you don't want a real pre-approval, do not fill out my online application. If you do not want to provide documents, do not fill out my online application. But if you're serious, I'm serious too. And so is my entire team. So I hope this has been helpful in explaining the pre-approval process, at least with us. Thanks for watching.